With every recruiting class comes the potential for greatness, a chance to leave behind an indelible mark on a program, an opportunity to create a legacy. Breanna Stewart, Mariah Jefferson, and Morgan Tuck have done exactly that.
The word elites and the number 8 will have a whole new meaning in Connecticut.
We have witnessed women's college basketball history for a record-breaking 9th time.
A 3rd straight national title and an unprecedented 10th all-time.
Having already captured 3 national championships and with an opportunity for a 4th title still very much a real possibility, they can go down as the most successful class in the history of the nation's most elite program. Today, we celebrate a once-in-a-generation class on Senior Day on the Connecticut Lottery UConn Women's Basketball pregame show, and it begins right now.
Do anymore. Just when you think Connecticut can't break any more records, they've shown that records are made to be broken. You can be even better. 4 national championships, the potential for that is just unreal. So, I mean, it just goes to show you that you can always get better, and they've proven that. Records over the year are meant to be broken.
Well, it is amazing because, as Breanna Stewart said, it went by really fast. I mean, she came in there, said, we're going to win 4 national championships. She's won 3. They've all won 3, have a chance at a 4th. Their place in history, very much on the line. That I would think adds to a little bit of the intrigue as this season moves forward.
Of course. I mean, you want to be the first. Anytime you're the first, that's something it's exciting. Us in '95, it was exciting. It was the first. To do 4 in a row, that's never been done. They need to raise the bar. They need to challenge themselves every day because they're not there to beat teams by 50. They're there to say, let's be the first. Let's beat it. Let's do another record. And that's really exciting. I remember I just saw Breanna Stewart play in the high school game at the Hall of Fame, and it seemed like a second ago. And can you believe? Sorry.
It is amazing. She also said it has been a blur, so it does go by very quickly. Just minutes away now from live Senior Day coverage. Morgan Tuck still not decided about her final year of eligibility, but she will be honored in today's ceremonies, and so we've got more coming up in just a little bit. UConn Senior class, they've accomplished a great deal in their 3+ years in stores. We get a look at a short list of their achievements presented by our friends at Connecticut Lottery. Stewie and Mariah also going to have their numbers added to the Huskies honor wall this afternoon. And for more on the careers of UConn's Big 3, here's Kareth Burke.
In 2012, as freshmen at UConn, Breanna Stewart, Mariah Jefferson, and Morgan Tuck knew what they wanted to accomplish.
Something I'd like to accomplish during my freshman year is to obviously win a national championship. I mean, I'm at Connecticut, and that's always the goal, is to win a national championship, and I think that that's a pretty good goal.
Successful freshman season, of course, winning the national championship. I mean, honestly, that's the only thing I can think about, and I know that's not something that I should be doing. I should be looking for, like, the next day, but, I mean, who doesn't? Who's not going to think about winning that? So I think that's really what I'm looking most forward to.
How are people describing the freshman class?
A lot of people say that we're going to be the turning factor for the team and all this other stuff, but, I mean, people they make their predictions, but no one really knows how it's going to be.
No one knew exactly how good it could be. There were only ideas or hopes for this outstanding trio, but now the reality is, under their leadership, UConn could win a 4th straight national championship. Breanna Stewart collected every major Player of the Year honor in 2015, with this season looking the same way. She leads the Huskies in scoring and rebounds.
This is my senior year, and I want to make sure that I'm staying in the moment, enjoying everything that happens here, because, you know, like I've heard from so many other professional players, that once you go to the next level, it's never the same as it was in college. The relationships are never the same, that kind of stuff, and I want to kind of hold on to this for as long as I can.
Mariah Jefferson was once again nominated for the Nancy Lieberman Award, which goes to the nation's top point guard, the award she earned last season. She leads the Huskies in assists and steals.
I think the good thing about this year is that me, Morgan, and Stewie all kind of have certain aspects of a leader that we can play off of each other. So, you know, Morgan's like the silent assassin, and Stewie can really get up in people's faces, and I'm kind of like that reassuring person. So I think we do a good job of working off of each other.
And All-American honorable mention Morgan Tuck is the one Gino Auriemma trusts as his best leader. Her steadiness and maturity makes her UConn's example of keeping standards high.
I think we're all on the same page, and we know what we want to do, not just national championship, but, along the way what we want to do. And, this is, the senior year, so it's their last go-around, and we want to make it really special. So not just winning, but just enjoying the year, I think, is a big piece.
This trio came into UConn as the top recruiting class in America, and they're ready to make their mark on basketball history. As freshmen, they had a sense of what this chance could feel like.
When I look at the banners, I just think of a legacy, and that I want to be able to add to the legacy. I don't want to just, be here and, just be along for the ride, but I also want to, hopefully one day I can get my jersey up there, or, have my team get a national championship banner up there.
Kareth, we thank you. Amazing to see the growth, both physically and the maturity level, the way that has grown over the years. Those tremendous players. The Connecticut Lottery UConn women's basketball pregame show going to roll on here. Breanna Stewart, Mariah Jefferson, Morgan Tuck, and Brianna Polito just moments away from being honored at Senior Day. It's all ahead when we come back following a short break.
On Mets Blog, presented by Citi, featured on SNY.TV.
Selfless play going to get you a long way at UConn, but when you're as talented as these ladies, you're bound to pick up some individual achievements. Here's the short list brought to you by Nissan. And with 2 regular season games and postseason games still to come, the list is not finished yet. Right now, we send it. Eric Freed, Meg Como, Senior Day festivities. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Gary. As we welcome you inside Gamble Pavilion, a sellout crowd filling in here today in stores for Senior Day, and it will be a very special Senior Day as we welcome you. Great to have you with us, and already a buzz in the building here. And Senior Day is always special here at the University of Connecticut. But we need to talk about Morgan Tuck, Breanna Stewart, Mariah Jefferson being honored. It takes it to that next level.
Yeah, there's just something special about these guys. Not only have they accomplished so much on the court, but they're just such a fun-loving group. They're a really close-knit group. And I expect this to be a pretty emotional one as well.
Brianna Polito, the former walk-on, will be honored as well. So we expect a little longer ceremony. A couple surprises will be mixed in as well. But when you take a look at the personality of Stewart, the personality of Mariah Jefferson, and Morgan Tuck always seems so serious, but she's right with that group. This senior class seems to be such a perfect fit together.
It really is. They're, like I said before, they're close-knit. They're a happy group. And I would say there might be a little happy tears and some sad tears, but it's a fun group, a close-knit group, but one that Gino knows they want to win more than anything.
They have exited stage right to begin the ceremony here at Gamble Pavilion. Senior Day for the class of 2016. We turn it over to public address announcer John Tewitt.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. We ask you please direct your attention to midcourt as the women's basketball program recognizes the accomplishments of its senior members. Our first 4 seniors have served as team managers for the last 4 years. Their tireless drive and willingness to help out whenever needed will not soon be forgotten by the team. First, from Westfield, New Jersey, escorted by her parents Ruth and Jerry, Maeve Maloney. From Fairfield, Connecticut, escorted by his parents Pam and Mitchell, Jake Adelstein. From Avon, Connecticut, escorted by her parents, Angie and Gary, Abby Moore. from St. Louis, Missouri, escorted by her parents, Joy and Dwayne Danielle Hercules. Our first senior joined the team as a walk-on prior to the 2012-13 season and has earned 2 national championship rings and 5 American Athletic Conference championship titles. She has played in 78 games, scoring 20 points, including 2 crowd-exhilarating three-pointers, grabbing 20 rebounds and dishing out 7 assists. She is preparing to go to medical school and hopes to attend medical school in the fall of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, escorted by her parents, Gus and Terry, number 2, Brianna Polito. Our next senior has seen action in 104 games, including 60 starting assignments. She enters today's game with 1,129 career points, 477 rebounds, and a career field goal shooting percentage of 53%. A 2014-15 American Athletic Conference first team selection, she became the 41st member of UConn's 1,000-point club earlier this season in the Huskies' victory over number 6 Maryland in New York City. A 2015 All-NCAA tournament team selection, she, along with her teammates, have led the Huskies to an overall record of 140 wins and 5 losses, en route to winning 5 American Athletic Conference championships and 3 national championships. A 2014-15 AP Honorable Mention All-American. She's honored as the National Player of the Week after putting together one of her best games, a 25.9 rebound effort in UConn's win at number 2 Notre Dame last season. Escorted by her mother, Lydia, and her sister, Taylor, who's standing in for her father, David, due to a work commitment. Number 3, Morgan Tuck. Senior has played in 144 games and has earned a starting assignment 106 times. She enters today's game in 24th place on UConn's all-time scoring list with 1,418 career points, 4th on the all-time assist list with 598 career helpers, and is poised to become only the 2nd Husky all-time, along with former National Player of the Year Jennifer Rosati, to dish out at least 600 assists and 300 steals. A 3-time finalist and 2015 winner of the Nancy Lieberman Award, she was honored as a first-team All-American by the U.S. Basketball Writers and the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, while earning second-team status from the Associated Press following the 2014-15 season. A member of the 2013 Big East All-Freshman team, she's a 2-time American Athletic Conference first-team selection and was honored as the league's most improved player in 2015. Escorted by her parents, Robin and Lorenza, number 4, Mariah Jefferson. Our next senior has played in 141 games. Will appear in the starting lineup for the 118th time today. She enters this afternoon's contest in second place on UConn's all-time scoring list with 2,461 career points, fifth on the school's all-time rebounding list with 1,071 boards, and second in blocks at 380 career rejections. The North Syracuse, New York native is the first player in NCAA history to accumulate at least 300 career blocks and 300 career assists. The only player in NCAA history to be honored as the Final Four Most Outstanding Player 3 times. She's a two-time winner of the Wade and Naismith trophies, a two-time AP National Player of the Year, two-time winner of the Honda Sports Award for women's basketball, and the winner of the 2015 Wooden Award, a two-time American Athletic Conference Player of the Year, and 2015 COSIDA Second Team Academic All-America selection. She has saved her best for last. Is averaging career best in points per game, rebounds per game, field goal percentage, and three-point field goal percentage during her glorious senior year. Escorted by her parents, Heather and Ryan. Number 30, Brianna Stewart. The UConn women's basketball program has just one qualifying criteria for induction as a student athlete into the Huskies of Honor program, and that criteria is first-team All-America status. Mariah, 2014-15 All-America selection, certainly meets that requirement. And Jonathan, the UConn Huskies positioned in the East End Zone to unveil our newest Huskies of Honor panels. Jonathan, let's first welcome Mariah to this elite club. Number 4, Mariah Jefferson. And now, joining Mariah, the Huskies of Honor, two-time All-America, number 30, Brianna Stewart. You may notice a panel that is yet to be unveiled next to Brianna's, and while we expect to add Morgan to the Huskies of Honor in the near future, our next honoree has no idea she's about to join this group of Husky greats, which she's meant so much to. She has helped head coach Gino Auriemma transform a program with one winning season into the gold standard of women's basketball, capturing 42 league championships and a record 10 national titles. The most poignant effect has been on the lives of not only UConn's 18 All-Americans, but on every player that has come through this program in the last 30 years. Ladies and gentlemen, joined by members of her family, including her sister Diane and brother Ed, who didn't know they were in the building until this very minute, newest member of the Huskies of Honor, Associate Head Coach Chris Daly.
is the best kept secret in Connecticut. As you can tell, Chris Daly had no idea. Very few people had any idea this was happening, and it is hard to surprise her, and she was shocked. So that is one of the memories that we'll be talking about as we go along here tonight.
Seniors.
As the seniors honored here in the pregame ceremony at Gampel Pavilion. I'd say more smiles and laughs than tears here. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll head it back to Gary and Karen in a moment.
You know, Stewie put on a nice show for these fans today.
Number 30, playing at a high level.
Morgantown, just so strong, so steady. She can score with her back to the basket. She can take you off the dribble.
Beautiful crossover by Jefferson to take it to the hole for her first two.
Every year she's added something physically and mentally to her game.
Morgan Tuck is on her game today. Her legend grows.
There's a quiet confidence that she has right now that she thinks she can do anything.
Well, what a senior class. Mariah Jefferson, along with Brianna Stewart, Morgan Tuck, Brianna Polito in the festivities as well. And what a moment that was for Chris Daly. She didn't know that was coming, so that was great. We'll talk about that throughout the course of the afternoon. But what about this class? Is it the greatest single class in the history of Connecticut basketball? And does it hinge on winning a fourth consecutive national championship?
Well, the quick response would be yes. I mean, of course. But then you have to look, what's the criteria for that? Are you looking overall? If they win 4, that kind of pushes them over the edge. But you have to think of the class of Sue Bird, Swing Cash, Asia, Tamika. You have 3 Olympians in that class. So Are you going by individual achievement?